So before we get into this video review of the Cheesecake Factory woman that me and my guy did, I need everyone to like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit that bell notification. Let's get into it.
What do you think that did to black women in the eyes of other ethnicities as far as men? Do you think that was a positive or negative?
To them, it was nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
To the black men, it was just another reason for them to add to their list of why they don't like black women.
Well, that's a broad statement, right? I wouldn't say that, right? Like me, I will forever talk to sisters. I mean, that's my priority. That's my preference, right? Now, if I ever did run it, you have to be superwoman to be white, Asian, for me to even notice you. So
You're
I wouldn't.
one of a million.
Well, thank you.
Because the rest of them don't like us.
you a sales. Okay, I get you. I think you trying to sell me, y'all. She's trying to sell me. But so if you could talk to that black woman and give her some advice or say anything to her, right? What would you say?
First of all, fix your look. Because that's not working.
Bro, when she said, look at this, I'm like, look at what? That's what I thought.
Seriously.
Bro, she's not even Brie. She wasn't even Cheesecake Factory material.
Listen, she looked like she was ready for the 2 for $20 entree at Applebee's.
Yeah. Bro, you know what she is, though? Real talk. Seriously, because she was thicker. She was bigger than him and taller than him. She was like Golden Corral. She's perfect for Golden Corral. For real. It's cheap. And she hood, so she can take some home in her purse. To line her purse with some napkins. Throw some popcorn shrimp in there. She good.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, she's definitely not living the lifestyle she was trying to portray in that video.
All right, so my bad. So I cut you off. So first advice is...
to fix your look. Get your looks together because that's just trash. The hair, the lashes, the drawn on eyebrows, the lipstick, the loud green dress.
She had her titties pushed up though.
Yeah, they was sitting.
Yeah, like if you cut off the head and you trim the arm fat a little bit, she might have been Cheesecake Factory level, but the face and the armpit kind of swagginess, whatever you call that, the grandmama fat.
That's our wings.
That's a cute way of saying fat.
Yeah.
But I feel you. See, it's funny. I'm right next to you. Thank God you ain't got what she got. I'm just saying. So, okay. So, what else? But what she tried to argue with you and she went, but what was wrong with nothing was wrong. Like, look at me. You just jealous of how I look. So, but I'm just saying, Miss Bree, Miss Nikki, look at me. Would you let a man take you to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes, and I have. And we had an amazing time.
So your standard's just low.
I guess so.
You know what I would say? I'd say, here's a picture of my gato.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of his car.
Now show me a picture of yours.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, she can't say that. Like, because, yeah, we all looked at her. And nobody saw what she was seeing. Nobody saw what she was seeing.
I mean, the sad part about it,
or trying to show.
Imagine, I want to know if you were real time. And let's just say you were the girlfriend in the backseat of the car. You were getting dropped off before y'all went on your date. Well, and you heard this conversation. Do you interject? Do you just listen? What do you say in that situation when you're in the backseat while this is happening?
To her?
In general, I don't know. I'm just saying. You can say something to him, to her. Doesn't matter. You're just in the back seat. You're getting dropped off before they go on their date, and you hear this is a conversation happening when he shares with her they're going to the Cheesecake Factory. So this is en route to take you home, and you hear her start talking like this.
I say nothing.
Damn. Okay.
Because she put her own foot in her mouth.
But this is your girl. You don't want to try to... I mean, would you agree? That looked like a really sweet, nice, professional guy.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Any woman of any creed would have been lucky to have a guy like that.
Yes.
Based off that one example I saw of him.
Yes, and just based off her attitude and the way she acted, the way she responded, she was not deserving of him.
So you wouldn't try to save her or try to interject?
No, because that would in turn probably hurt that man.
Damn.
I would tell her once we got out the car and he dropped our asses back off home. I'd tell her how stupid she was then.
But that's after
that's fine because that was, for him, that was good.
But don't you think it's good if you could save that relationship and then coach her through it?
No. I'm not trying to save that relationship because she said what she said. She felt how she felt. That man, no. I will tell her about herself afterwards so she can work on it for the next one.
All right. So there's a saying. Don't let someone fail just so you can coach them. Right? Help them win and then coach them. You don't think that you jumping in, interjecting, I don't know what the hell you could say to save that train wreck.
Nope.
But if you could, right, and then you coach her on how to approach a man like that, and you give her real advice in real time to help her be better, and then as the relationship progresses, you coach her on it so you can fundamentally change your girl to make her more appealing and more adaptive to more men. And she can thank you for it because, again, if you give her advice after the fact, she can't utilize it. It's just, girl, we don't know if it would have worked or not because he gone.
Then that's on her. Listen, no, because she need to work on her attitude. I'm not finna tell her, no. Like I said, that man, he seemed like a good man. She seems like that is her. I'm not gonna put her on that man knowing that's how she is. She has to work on her first before she can be with that man.
Jesus.
That type of man.
That's real. That's real.
Like, no, no. She gonna drag that man down.
Jesus.
No. She need to build herself up before she go bring him down.
All right, so tell me if you agree with this, right? If you look now, was she a dime? Absolutely not. Far from it, right? She's average. She's a little above average, right? I would put her at a 5.7.
Oh, that's you good.
Well, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to be nice. I mean, she's a sister, and again, you know,
ain't
listen.
No sister of mine acting like that.
Jesus Christ! But here's what I'm saying. All right, fine. Let's say she a 5.
Okay.
My man was actually like a 4 from just a physical standpoint. Probably a 3.5. So why is a 5 being courted or even allowing her to be courted by a 3.5? Because the 6s, 7s, and 8s ain't even looking her way. And she wonder why she's literally changed races to go with a lower standard person. And again, I'm just speaking strictly physically. Strictly. His attitude, from what I saw from that one example, because you never know, you could be anybody one time.
Yeah.
Right? But from that one example, he was probably I would give him a 7.5. Right? His attitude, demeanor, professionalism, when he carried himself.
I give him an 8.5.
Yeah. Right? So I get that. So I'm speaking strictly physical. But the guys who are a 6, 7, or 8 just physically, right? They wouldn't tolerate that, let alone the guys who are 6, 7, 8 physically, and then the way they carry themselves makes them a 9 or a 10. How many guys has she gotten played by, kicked to the curb by, shut down, rejected? So now she's completely recalibrating her standards, and she expects this dude, because he is a 3.5 physically, that he's gonna be like, oh my God, I got a 5.
And that's what she was banking on.
Yeah, so she needs to change her whole approach.
Exactly, and that's why I'm not going to try and salvage what they could have had going on, because she was wrong from the jump with how she did that man. She had him waiting for a whole hour.
Oh, dog.
I mean, her intentions from the beginning were not pure. Let's just keep it real. Her intentions from the beginning were not pure. Because if they were, this lady, 9 times out of 10, she got with him because, like you said, the ones that she was dealing with, they don't want her no more. So now she's switching.
Right.
And she lowered her standards, we're going to say, physically, even though he was more than likely an upgrade for her.
Agreed.
And she just, no.
But you know what's messed up too? Mm-hmm. Even though, like you said, he physically, right, not on where she is, but she didn't give him the opportunity to really experience the whole evening, the whole day, to even see what he was about as far as substance.
Exactly. She was too focused on a date.
Correct. A guy could take you to a 5-star, $200 plate restaurant and treat you like shit.
Exactly.
Or a guy could take you to a freaking Red Lobster and treat you like a queen. And this dude could probably have a bigger net worth than the guy who took you to the $2 a plate restaurant. You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yes.
Craziness. But, and even to go back to that, did she apologize on that video for making it way out? Did she even say, I'm sorry for that? I don't think she did.
No, she said she's willing to compromise. When he said he's going to drop her ass back out home. When she realized that the mess she was spewing out her mouth wasn't going to get her the results she was expecting, then she wanted to compromise. He didn't need to compromise with her.
See, okay, all right. So let me ask you this. So, you're blessed where you're naturally beautiful. Mm-hmm. So how long, right? Because she probably wanted to get hot and get herself together, look sexy. If you came home from work and you knew you had your date downstairs waiting, how long would it take you to get presentable where you're back downstairs if you're rushing, if you actually care about being timely and respectful of this man's time?
So I'm going to try and I'm going to have to take a bird bath or a whole bath.
Right. Okay.
Just, freshen it up real quick. And then I'm just going to have to throw on something. I'm going to just let them know, like, listen, okay, because I respect your time. I'm going to just throw on something real quick. Where are we going? Like, what do I need to at least look like or dress like before I just throw on anything?
Right. So you're going to let him...
But it's going to be something.
You're going to acknowledge to him early that you're running behind.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, based on that conversation, she didn't even communicate with him until just now. Until that video where she said, I was running late for work, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So you would have communicated with him up front.
Definitely. I mean, because let's be real, at least 30 minutes before the timing that y'all say y'all are going to meet up, if you're going to be running late or not, depending on what it is. So she could have shot that man, especially if she was working. She could have shot that man a text or called him and said, hey, I'm going to be running behind a few minutes or 30 minutes or however long. But she didn't. And then she left the man outside at that, like, because they don't know. Girl, he has your address. You gave him that. So
right. I didn't even think about that.
You got in the car with him, and she kept hollering about, we don't know each other, we don't know each other. Then why did you not drive yourself to the restaurant if that were the case?
That's so true. Because I know factually, when you meet a guy for the first time, y'all meeting there.
We're driving. I'm driving myself.
You ain't giving him your address.
No, I'm driving myself to the restaurant. So, no. She, please, whatever.
She over it.
I am, because, first, she wasn't even cute.
Jesus Christ.
She wasn't cute. And she had
her lashes look busted.
They look, you know what?
No, we can't listen. We going to uplift our black sister.
I was just going to say, I am not about to continue to tear her down.
Right.
But,
all right. Let's do something no one else on the internet has done.
What's that?
What are some positive things we can say about her? Well, I can go first. I got something.
Well, I'm going to let you go. Because I'm going to need time.
It was really cool. You can even piggytail off this if you can. I think it's something I got, right? She at least came to realization that he wasn't to be played with when he put his foot down. She actually, even though she didn't back all the way up, she didn't realize she was out of bounds. She went from being assertive, dominant, and overly confident to saying, hey, let's compromise. I'm not saying that is a good look, But it is something. It does show some realization, and she did actually acknowledge that he made some good points, right? So at least she's not completely disconnected, which tells me there is some hope, because self-correcting is a big deal. A lot of times, most people can't do that.
Correct.
So I will give her that at least she was able to realize when someone makes valid points, and she owned that part of it. It seemed like it. She did. So I give her kudos for that. And, she did put some of her best assets on display. So she knows where her bread is buttered. It ain't from the neck. It ain't from the neck up. Right. So I give her props when she knows what it is. So those are the two things, is that she did come to some self, kind of discovery. And she knows how to display some of her best assets. She got to just get the details together. Anything you got?
You gave her kudos, and I'm going to take those kudos right back.
God
because
Jesus Christ.
Only because I don't think that her realization was genuine. I think it was only because she realized that she could not speak to that man the way she was speaking to him, or handle him the way she was handling him. And then it set in like, oh, wait, he is really taking me home. He's really done. So it wasn't like she sat there and thought about it and it hit her before he reacted and said, okay, I'm going to take you home. It was after that. So had it been before that, then I could give it to her. But because I just think it was, she wanted to go out, and she realized, like, wait a minute, he's not going to sit here and listen to me BS. And then that's when she had that realization. It was just because she still wanted what she wanted. Because why did it compromise on what? He compromised by still taking her out.
That's real. That's real.
Like,
that's real.
That was the compromise. And then she sat her butt in the car, locked his door.
Oh!
That was his car.
He tried to open the door.
Yeah, she locked his door, recording this man on live or whatever. Like, no.
Dang, okay.
I can't think of any positives at this point. I can't think of any positives, because her attitude, if she was cute, that attitude made her extremely ugly. So I can't think of nothing. Maybe the
yeah, you
tits
right.
was right. That was about it. Like you said, she put her best foot forward, I guess.
Oh, I mean, when you invited me to be on your channel and watch this video with you. So all I'm gonna say is to the young lady, if you happen to hear this or watch this, is you have to realize your place and realize the placement of who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you didn't expect that man to turn into a lion. You thought you were dating a penguin. Mm-hmm. Right? When you realize heard this dude roar, you ain't quite know what to do. And your face said it all along, all day long.
I loved it.
So I'll kick over you, Bree, to wrap it up. But anything you got to add before we kill this?
Yes. To the gentleman in the video, kudos to him.
Jeez.
Because he handled that so well. Like that right there was alpha male energy.
We out.